He changed motor parts and suspension. And you know what? If I was SpaceX Kenny, I'd be changing my suspension too. So my man Justin Cooper made it up there, went down from whole shot to third. That's okay. He's still up there. He's still taking names and within the best. It says Dylan Fernandez is 11th on Heat 1, but he was in Heat 2 and he did not make it to the main and he got kicked in the LCQ. So I don't know what that's about. Y'all need to fix that. Ken Rocks, he straight jumped over tough blocks at one point. Nobody saw that. It was the same turn that Tomac went down on, so there was something funky over there on that turn that we're not quite aware of. Maybe flopping fish and Chase popping wheelies. And for the first race too, Justin Barcia did really well. He ended up in 5th place. Him and Tomac were going at it there for a little bit as well because Hunter crashed before the spot where Jet crashed. 2 different crashes, they just happen to be in near the same area, but I don't think there's anything further to investigate on those. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to 180 Block Pass. We're going to go over Anaheim 1, and this is going to be the 450 class. I'm going to try to keep these videos a little bit more condensed, give you more content, give you what you want to watch. Anyway, if you could help me out, like, comment, subscribe, that really does help me out. I'm just a mom trying to make it, so I really appreciate that. Okay, Heat 1, my man, the one no one's talking about. I'm going to talk about it. Justin Cooper, out in the gate, got the whole shot. What did I tell you? What did I say? If you watched the preview of the season of my speculations, pretty much everything I said came into fruition. Just about. I didn't know exactly. Like, there's obviously room for error, but majority of what I said was very true. Oh, that hurts. I need a better stool. Alright, my man, Kenny, with the Heat win. That's what I'm talking about. Showing out for Anaheim 1. Got that old merch representing. Thank you for doing you so that I could wear this shirt and feel confident in it. I appreciate you. Okay, so he went through that sand section, that Florida sand, wasn't really Florida sand. And he said, "Wow," and he went through, and guess what? Boom, checkered flag. I kind of jumped ahead saying that Kenny won, but I just want to say, one of the first things I noticed when they were talking about everything is they said that he changed motor parts and suspension, and guess what? It showed. And you know what? If I was SpaceX Kenny, I'd be changing my suspension too, and I'd be making me a new contract, because that's not cool, man. I don't know what happened. I don't know the details, but I do know he got new stuff. It wasn't Lowers Bitter anymore. He's like, we putting good stuff on here because I ain't going to Mars. So, and it showed. I'm just playing. I just thought that was a really clever joke, and I like to say it again because I want to claim that. So if you hear SpaceX Kenny on anything else, I came up with that. That was me. Don't take that from me. I might make a shirt. That sounds fun. All right, then we had Jason Anderson up in 2nd. So in the last video, I talked about how Jason Anderson talked about how they were like having situations with parts for the motor. I don't know if the parts showed up or if Jason Anderson just showed up and showed out, but I wouldn't put it past him. Dude ripped. He's been in for a long time and he knows what he's doing and he got it done. So that was fun to watch as well. Obviously we're still in the heat race, but everything counts because you got to get that position for the gate to make the main go as smooth as possible. So my man Justin Cooper made it up there, went down from whole shot to 3rd. That's okay. He's still up there. He still needs to be talked about. He's still taking names and whipping the best. Eli Tomac, where was he? Cooper Webb, where was he? Justin Barcia, whole shot, 3rd place overall. He was there. I said Justin Barcia. Justin Cooper. See? You gotta change your name. That's what I said. Change your name, more people will talk about you. We had Dylan Fernandez crash out, end up in the LCQ. We don't really know what happened because they were talking about Jet the whole time. But, whatever. But Jet brings in the money, so I talk about him too. Money talks. It is. Money talks, skill talks, wins talk, everything's talking. So we're going to keep talking about it because that's what we're doing. We're here to talk. So we got Jet in 5th place. We got Justin Hill right behind him. There was a lot of talk about Justin Hill. He's still there. He's still killing it up there with the pack. That's really cool to see. Apparently Dylan Fernandez got 11th. I thought he was in LCQ for some reason. And I don't know. I don't know if I got my notes mixed up or what happened, but we'll figure it out in a second. But that's the nitty gritty of Heat 1. Let's go on to Heat 2, 450s. Right out of the gate, I said Chase was going to do well. He got the whole shot in the heat race. And then Prado, who they said he needs to be patient. I said, no, man, he's going to be up there with the pack. He was 2nd, so I was feeling good about my predictions. I said Chase Sexton's going to be up there. Prado, Jorge, he's going to be up there, and he was. So this is the part where I say, I told you so. But that's going to backfire, but we'll get to that in a second. Another guy putting in work, Justin Barcia in third place. The guy that we thought we were no longer going to get to see, he made his face known, and I was loving it. We got Hunter Lawrence in fourth. Eli Tomac ended up fifth. My son wants us to talk about monster trucks. Oh yeah, I'm just a mom trying to make it. Hunter got a good start. He was third. Tomac ended up somewhere ninth in the pack. Barcia went from fourth to third. We don't know when he passed. I didn't see it. Malcolm went through for a ride, and I thought James Stewart's commentating on that was pretty funny. He's like, the nieces and nephews or whatever they are, he says, I paid plane tickets for them to be here, and they have the comfort seats. He said he better get up and race. I thought that was hilarious. It's so cool. You know, that brother dynamic out there. What did he say? He better get back out there. Them comfort seats were expensive for kids to see Uncle race. I agree. Aaron Plessinger ended up sixth. Joey Savacci. Thomasville, Georgia. Okay, I see you. I'm going to start following you now. Kyle Chisholm, he made the main last slot. This is going to be his last season. He's been 20 seasons. Colt Nichols, he was in the back. He was 15th. I'm ready to see Colt. I don't know what's been going on. I'm kind of far back on the information, but I'm ready to see Colt Nichols' name back up on my screen. So we'll get there. And even though Chase was in the front, there wasn't much footage of him. Like, there's just so much going on. Got that snapshot of him crossing the finish line, and that's pretty much all she wrote on that one. So those are the heats. Let's go dive into the LCQ. So for the LCQ, obviously we got Malcolm in the mix. He said, get my bike ready. I'm going out there. He didn't want to hear about the plane tickets the whole way back home, so he knew better. Now, he wants it. He's getting after it. He's hungry, so that's cool to see. Let's see, who else? See, this says Dylan Ferrandez, no main. I know I was right. Something's wrong. See, Racer X, you got your stuff messed up. It says Dylan Fernandez is 11th on Heat 1, but he was in Heat 2, and he did not make it to the main, and he got kicked in the LCQ. So I don't know what that's about. Y'all need to fix that. So we're going to come back to the Dylan Fernandez thing, but Malcolm, he hasn't been in LCQ for 6 years. That's a long time. And like they were saying, they race different in the LCQ. They are out for blood. So Malcolm ended up second. We had Breezy end up third. Ryan Breezy. He was racing, son. And Mitchell Harris or Harrison, I don't remember, but he ended up fourth. I did want to point out, I thought Ryan Breezy's jersey was pretty sick, so I like that. And that leads us to the main. At the beginning of the race, we got Jorge, Justin Cooper, Tomac fighting it out. Tomac gets in the lead, loses the lead. Jet caught up, was in 20th. Ends up going down in the sands again. Not a bad fall, so that's good. I feel like there was a lot of crashes in this past weekend's race, but there wasn't any injuries, so I just want to point that out. Nothing major. I was a little upset to see Prado just killing it and just slowly going down the ranks. I think maybe he was getting a little fatigued. You'll see there's one point where he ended up kind of losing it back in or something a little bit, fell over, went to pick his bike up, and he's shaking his hand. So the dude had some arm pump or something, and he was tired. Something was going on, and he was definitely losing ranks for it. So we'll see if he goes back to the lab with Kawasaki and does something with that, fixes that, or if it's a training issue. I know he trains with his dad. He doesn't really have like this crazy trainer, but he's won world titles, so who knows? Only other races will tell. Justin Cooper ended up being there in the top in the third and going down to slot 9, so I was kind of disappointed in that, but I know he's going to put in work. He's going to come back, and he's still going to be consistent. If he was consistent like he was last year, he's going to be consistent this year, and his name's going to be up there. We're gonna watch. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna keep talking about it. Like I said, one thing I saw that nobody has noticed or pointed out, and if they have, I haven't seen their clips or videos. Ken Roczen straight jumped. I had to rewind it. He straight jumped over tough blocks at one point. Nobody saw that. How do you not see that? I said it happened. I said dude. It was the same turn that Tomac went down on, so there was something funky over there on that turn that we're not quite aware of, maybe because we had Ken Roczen jumping over the point of 2 tough blocks, and then you have him going around the turn, and you have Tomac falling over, just flopping fish, and Chase popping wheelies. So I don't know what that was up with that turn. Okay, and so with the rest of the racing, you got Chase coming around the turn. Something happened, didn't pull in the clutch, didn't stall out. Something, he stalled out, and Kenny caught up real quick, and there was a little chance for Kenny to get first. Chase ended up pulling away. Dude was fast on the track, and Chase won. Got his first Anaheim won. So I called it. I just want to say, there's a video. If you go down to my channel, you can find it. I said Chase, but I was hesitant because you got to be careful. You just don't know what's going to happen. I can't predict the future, but I did a pretty good job. Said Chase is going to get it. Chase got it. I have high hopes for Chase this year. Another thing I noticed with him, there was some turn he went around, and I mean, he had to, handlebars were doing this. It got bumpy real quick, and he was able to hold on, save it. That just shows that he's comfortable on the bike. He was able to correct front end real quick. Chase is going to be there this year, so that's cool to see because dude's fast. It's time for him to win, and this might just be his year. And for the first race too, Justin Barcia did really well. He ended up in 5th place. Him and Tomac were going at it there for a little bit as well. Webb got up to 4th place, so that's looking good for him. Hopefully he continues to bump up. They say Hunter went down the same spot as Jet, but it was definitely two different crashes. It had nothing to do with the bikes or the sand, because Hunter crashed before the spot where Jet crashed. So I watched it. They were two different crashes. They just happened to be in near the same area, but I don't think there's anything further to investigate on those. Breezy did all that work in the heat and in the LCQ and ended up getting 9th place. I think he fell, so that's unfortunate. Jet ended up 12th after crashing out. You can only make up so much time there at the end. He'll go back to the lab, put in work, figure it out, not worried about it. And then Prado ended up 14th. That's kind of like me saying I don't want to say the wrong thing and be like, man, I was wrong. Or hey, prove me wrong, dude. Go to the lab, man. Fix something, because he was up there, but he didn't make it through the race. So we're gonna follow that story and kind of see what happened there. See if we can find anything, share with you guys. So that's pretty much the recap of the 450 main event. I have so much more information that I wrote down, but my memory is not working well for me. I think next week I'm gonna record right after I watch the race. That way I'm fresh and I'm super stoked on everything that just happened, because A1, that was a race, and if the rest of the season is going to be like that, we are in for a treat. So thanks for tuning in on 180 Block Pass. We will see you next weekend at the races. Let's go.